Have you seen the dorms? The dorms are in qualities in the same like hotel style.
Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing today? Good. It sounds like my nephew. Supposed to say great.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, my name is Kevin Dorival. As you guys should see, my flyers here on the table. Pretty much explains, for the most part, what I do, who I am. But not where I come from.
I'm sorry. We've been disrespectful.
It's not a problem.
I need to wrap this up because this is very important.
Go ahead. You whisper to it. So, what schools you guys from? Everybody from Ely?
No.
Dillon, Ely, who else?
Next.
But you guys got like a big rivalry game coming up?
Yeah.
What's that game called?
Solo.
Who won last year?
Dillon.
Who won this year?
Yeah. You already know.
Sometimes we do allow the opposing team to come out as winners, but when you've always won,
Right.
we like to clarify who we are. Because when we show up, we show out.
So when is the game? So when is the game being played? Every night. So what's Dillon's record? What's Dillon's record? 1-8. Anybody know Dillon's record?
They call it on district.
It's a mystery?
In their district, they're 4-0.
And beyond that. I went to the game when they played, I think it was Plantation. I know the game was at Plantation. Now that was a good game though.
It was.
That was a good game. You was there?
Yeah, I was they had to come watch me.
That was a good game. How about Ely? What's Ely record?
We don't know. We don't go there.
Say that again? Well, I was in Dorival High. I graduated in 1999. Anybody Dorival in here? So it's only Dillon and Ely? You go to Dorival High?
No, I go to
Actually, I was supposed to go to Ely, but I didn't want to go to the same school as my friends did, so I chose to go to Dorival. Plus, Dorival has a scholarship called a Butler Scholarship. So my mind was on money, so I went to Dorival instead. That's all right. How many seniors we have in here? Raise your hand. We have seniors. How about juniors? About even sophomores? Freshmen? So the majority is like sophomores and juniors then. Anybody has plans for college? Let me hear some universities. The lady in the back in the corner. In the black sweater, you.
NYU.
NYU? What major? You have a major in mind yet? Okay, how about you? Spelman. Some university? You have an idea of a major? Medical science. How about you? Harvard. All right. And any men? I didn't hear any guys in here. Any men got plans for the future? Go ahead. What major? All right. I mean, I ain't no men yet. Are you on track? All right, that's what's up. I should run track. What event you run? 400. What's your time in the 400? 48, 26? All right, we might have to race, my brother. My fast time was 48.8. So, this is your senior year? Oh man, you doing pretty good, boy. You going to the state, huh? Did y'all start practice yet? District?
No conditioning.
Oh, conditioning, okay. Any other young men? I'd like to hear from the Kings. Any Kings in here? I can't hear you. Can I hear the hoorah from the Kings in here? No hoorah in here?
No hoorah.
Hoorah. When I say where my Kings at, I want to hear you say hoorah. All right? Where my Kings at? Ain't no bass in your voice? I'm saying it again. Where my Kings at? Oh man. But times change, man. Where my queens at? See that? What I mentioned before, my name is Kevin Dorival. I'm a mentor, author, and inspirational speaker. And by profession, I do internet marketing. You guys know what that is?
What? Marketing?
Internet marketing. Internet marketing. I help websites gain traffic to their business and also to their websites and social media consulting. What are you saying?
Like Amazon?
Stuff like that. Amazon, Facebook, Google+, LinkedIn, Tumblr. That's what pays my bills. That's why I'm dressed as nice as I am today. Huh? Sure about that? You're funny. But anyway, I wrote a book called The Courage to Believe, which is this book right here. It's an inspirational true story about my life and how God helped me overcome a lot of adversity in life. It took me about 5 years to write this book. It really took 3, but 2 years of wasting time with editors. But at the end of the day, it took 5 years to come up with this. And it was published in December 12, 2012, my mother's birthday, 12/12.
Nice.
Right, yeah, I sold quite a bit. And I also did a stage play here in January 5th. I don't know if you guys ever heard about it. What happened? It was a big stage play. It was huge. This was the name right here, The Courage to Believe. Right. I have a couple of DVDs, so I'm going to choose a couple of you guys to give a DVD to of the stage play. It depends on your participation, your questions and answers. What happened? No, that's a good one.
She has a question.
No, I'm not sure. Yes, question.
She said, are you patient?
Yes.
I'm freaking feet.
But I'm African first. Amen. I'm proud of my heritage. As a matter of fact, I also have a show called The King Kevin Show. So a lot of people ask me, why do you call yourself King? I call myself King because I know my history. I know my bloodline comes from. In West Africa, the homie. How many of you guys know that Haiti happened to be the first country to win their independence after slave revolution? You know that?
Yes.
Do you know how significant that is?
Yes.
So learning that history made me very proud of myself and my culture. But my show airs every Wednesday at 7 o'clock.
Where?
It's online. You go to my website, which you should have on those flyers, and takes you straight to the show. It airs every Wednesday. It's a live stream show. We talk about different issues, from politics, relationships, education, you name it. We talk about it. And it actually gave me a lot of popularity. And I'm also going on tour, a 10-city tour around the country. I'll be visiting different jails, prisons, universities, from high school to, college, interviewing different people about their inspirational stories, which is going to become a documentary. So look out for that. I'm a young man on the rise because I believe in myself. And I wrote this book so that you guys can believe in yourselves. Because anything you put your mind to can and will be accomplished, regardless of what they say or what it looks like. Yeah, it's like you want to say something. Like your attention is just zoomed in on me. Go ahead, ask me something. Go ahead, don't be scared. Please ask me any questions you have. Just raise your hand. I'll be glad to ask them. I don't know. I'm just letting you guys know in general. I'm pretty accessible and friendly. In the future, multi-millionaire. So pray for me. Amen. But my book's about my trials and tribulations and my philosophies on life. I grew up in Pompano Beach, Florida. Anybody from Pompano? Okay, we have one back there. But I was born and raised in Pompano. My parents are from Haiti. My mom came here to the country around 1979. And I grew up in a broken home. However, I didn't let that discourage me. But the peace is here now. I don't want to continue until you guys eat, all right? I know you're probably hungry. You guys hungry? Yes. All right.
Oh, in the apple?
Everybody trying to finish eating? Well, we're going to have our talking chew now. A talking chew. I'll talk while you chew, and vice versa. Now, let me tell you something. Where did I leave off at, by the way? What was my last word?
You said king.
Okay, all right, so you guys are listening. Now, let me tell you something. As I was mentioning, I grew up in a single-parent home. My father wasn't part of my life, so that led me to, get into a lot of trouble. How many people here in a single-parent home? All right, so that's most of you, so I can definitely relate. My father wasn't part of my life, but it made me want to become a better man, a better person, a better husband one day, a better father. So you use those types of situations to improve your life and not to use it as an excuse like many other people do. Whether you know it or not, just to be real with you, since we are black in here, there are 2.3 million people in prison right now. Guess what percentage of that is black? Anybody think a white guess? No. 49%. That's it. That's a whole lot. I mean, it's very high. And the system is set up that way. It's set up for us to be locked up and incarcerated, not for us to succeed. However, many of us are still prospering, as we should. Now, I went on to college eventually. I ran track, as I mentioned. I played football, too. Well, I played football for about, really just a semester. I caught up in some legal issues, got locked up for like 9 months in jail. I didn't go to prison. And what that forced me to do was to write out my plans for my future. So what I did when I was in my jail cell back in 2001, that was when I was 21 years old, I took a piece of paper and I wrote down all the negative things in my life and all the positive things in my life. And the negative outweighed the positive big time. So I knew I had to do something different. So I said what I'll do when I get out, I'm going to go back to school, which was get my college degree. I was going to play football, and I was going to start a business, which was one-man army, my clothing line. I was selling the shirts out of the truck in my car. You guys ever seen any of those clothes in the streets before? One-man army? One-woman army? Where you saw that? Well, I was selling a whole lot of them out of my trunk. My dream is to actually sell them in department stores eventually. I actually had to fight the U.S. Army in trademark court. You guys know what trademark court is? Or trademark office? Any fashion designers in here? Future fashion designers?
No, we're just in the questions.
But let me tell you something. Let's say, for instance, Nike. He has a Nike shirt on, right? The track star here. Nike had to get a trademark for that. If someone else was to copy that, they'll get sued by Nike. So when I came up with the idea of one-man army, the U.S. Army didn't want me to get that trademark because they were saying that their trademark, Army of One, was too similar. You guys remember Army of One, that slogan? It's kind of old. They don't use it no more. But they used to use that slogan. So instead of me taking 7 months to get my trademark, which cost about $500, in case any of you guys want to start a clothing line one day, it usually takes about 6 to 7 months. It took me 2 years to get that trademark. And the only reason why I got that trademark was, one, I wasn't doing nothing wrong, and two, was my persistence and determination. You guys have to be determined to go after what you want in life. It's not going to come easy. And you have to surround yourself with like-minded individuals who are actually going somewhere in their life. Because believe it or not, there's something called the power of association. So if you hang around a bunch of drug dealers or girlfriends that have 5, 10 different kids, friends that are selling drugs, slanging drugs, men that are womanizers, or females that go from bed to bed, guess what's going to happen to you eventually? Something that's going to rub up on you. I had a friend of mine that actually played running back named Chuck. His real name is Kerry. Awesome football player. Anybody here play football in football or cheerleaders? American football. American football. Anyway, he was a football star. I mean, this guy used to run around people like Barry Sanders. Or today you would say someone like, what's a good running back today? Matt Forte. And the football fans in here, nobody know Matt Forte is? Play for the Bears. Play for the Bears, right. And he was pretty good. But he was selling the drugs at the same time. And we and him to be real good friends. He had like 3 cars before he was 16 years old. Because he had drug money. He's only in high school, balling in football, but he's slinging drugs at the same time. Can't hear you. He don't look like that. He don't look like? He or me? I mean, I guess you're right. I mean, if it was me, because what I should tell him was that, and I'm surprised I should say that, but I should tell him, man, you worth millions of dollars. Everybody wants you to play for their team. He's getting scholarship letters from all over the country as a sophomore. But he's slinging drugs. He couldn't see the future. And I created a PowerPoint presentation, a workshop called Creating Your Future, because of situations like that. A lot of my brothers and sisters, they can't see beyond their current situation. Now, I'm going to ask you guys a question, and I hope one of you ladies and gentlemen can answer for me. Now, I'm 33 years old. I don't know how old I look, but I'm 33. Well, thank you. I work out a lot and I jog. I want to know of some situations